Let's go. Time to stream. Gonna start some lo-fi. Oh. Poof. Yep. Oh. It is time. So what am I going to do? Compatibility. Yeah. So forward plus. Okay. Delete that one. Okay. Click create. Let me just close a few things. I also need something to drink. Yep. Pretty scene. Main. So yeah. So I want to create a game now. I'm thinking it should be third-person games. I love making third-person games, honestly. It's either that or first-person. But I think third-person will be good because it will be a good learning experience for me. I am very good at like programming and making stuff with functionality, but I've never really been much of an artist. So this game, I'm thinking about my goals for it. I'm probably not gonna finish it, to be honest. But the goal of it is for me maybe to get to making some 3D modeling and try out the Godot engine. and see how it is. And yes, I'm calling it Godot. I hate Godot. It sounds like rubbish. But you try to pronounce it like Godot. I like Godot. It sounds modern, sounds fancy, you know? But yeah, first I will probably just make a little test scene. Just for some quick prototyping. So let's add a child node with a mesh instance. And place a little plane right here. I will also make a scene for the player. Since now that I've since now I'm done with the Godot tutorial, I know a little bit more what the best practices are. And okay, doesn't make me. Oh, everything is inside res. So it can probably be a little bit easier for me to do stuff well, I guess. And yeah, well, let's create a scene for the player. 3D scene. And let's quickly create a player. I am going to add a mesh instance. I'm just going to make the player be a capsule, a little beanie boy. And what order should I do this? I think I should just we also need to have a shape, a collision shape 3D, which is also going to be a capsule. Perfect. So this is quite beautiful, if I do say so myself. Must be provided with collision. So collision shape only serves to provide a collision shape to a collision object 3D. A derived node. Please check. Please only use it as a child of array 3D, static body 3D, rigid body, character body to give it a shape. Okay. So then make a character body 3D. And then make a child like this. Yeah, no errors. So this is going to be the player model. And yeah, this is going to be the character controller body, whatever. I don't know what I should name these. Like we have the player model. Character body 3D. I don't know. Yeah, what should I call it? What the fuck? Well, this is just a component. They use character body 3D. I think I'm just going to stick with these names. But yeah, this is a good start for a little character, and I just want to instantiate it. Oh yeah, this is going to be the main scene. Boop. So I'm going to instantiate a child scene, which is going to be the player. And now I have this as a reference point. And I'm just going to edit this real quick. Just maybe 50 times 50. I'd say this is a pretty decent test scene. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I could also edit the material. Yeah, I'm going to make a material real quick for it. So the albedo. Maybe I want it a little bit lighter. Good saturation. So yeah, beautiful. Okay, so this ground, of course, will it doesn't have collisions right now. Damn, well, first view of the stream, let's go. You can also right click the root node and then go on change type and then change it to Regibody 3D. Yeah, I could change it to a Regibody, but I do like having my own like controller type, kind of like in Unity. So with you in the Regibody in Unity, when you have it in 3D, of course it has the Unity physics, but I kind of like to do the physics myself. You know, you feel me? Not like complicated stuff, but I just like to have more direct control. Normal Regibody physics, I would probably just have on objects that isn't the player. You catch my drift? But I'm just going to see what it is you says. Oh, the change type here. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for the change type thing. That will probably be useful later on. Oh yeah, so I can just change this type to a Regibody to 3D if I want. Okay, thank you. This is pretty useful. But I'm not going to use it for this specifically. But yeah, this is useful. Thank you. Okay. So I'm just going to make a quick prototype. A fun thing I would like to do, if I pull up my YouTube. So my most popular video has been this inventory system right here, and I have made a better one after that in Unity for my own little prototype game which was for school. And I would like to recreate my inventory system in Godot. I think that would be pretty cool. So that's one of the first things I actually want to do, because making an inventory is quite easy. Well, it was pretty easy in Unity. It only took me like 20 minutes to set the bare bones up, and then a few hours of polishing and making it more clean. But it works, So I would like to do the same in Godot. I would say that's a good stepping stone. But right now I just need to set up the collisions. Well, I need to set up collisions for this. Wasn't there a button for, yeah. What type was it now? Was it a single convex collision? At least accurate collision option. Well, I want it to be kinda accurate since it's the ground. I guess this one. And what is tri-mesh? This is the most accurate but slowest option for collision detection. Well, it's just a flat surface. I would say then this is good then. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, what? It's above the ground? Oh, yeah. The Godot tutorial said that it's preferred to use normal boxes for collisions. I'm just gonna do that then. It's fine. It's also just a test level. Doesn't really matter. So screw up with you, and then we have the max right here. What the hell is that doing? No, thank you. Do the little collection thing. Come on. This ain't accurate at all. Damn, I'm already struggling to make fucking collisions. Jesus Christ. Shape box. Come on. And okay. 50. 50. Okay, cool. This is better. Thank God. Okay. Hello, Weldon. So it is recommended to. So I need a static body 3D, so this doesn't complain. I can do that. Static body 3D. And what? Why do you complain? Yeah. Fixed. Fixed. Okay. And then a ground model, I guess. Godot really likes to complain about the notes. Okay. Now please stop. And the transform. 1.5. I'm going to give you a new color. Okay, this is nice. So this is quite good. Okay. So I will make. So I want to make a third-person camera. So I need a twist point and a pitch point, right? If I remember my rotation things correctly. Yeah. I think this is going to be the twist. This is going to be a pitch. And now for the big boy. Now we need to have the camera 3D. Yay. There's a lot of game day recommendation ladies wins the Unity policy thing. Yeah, I know. I'm also trying out Godot because of it. Also because at my job. So I have a part-time job as a teacher, and I teach kids and young adults Unity. But because of this change, so many of them really want to transition to Godot. So I'm kind of in a mix of where I'm learning Godot to 1, so it makes sense for me to have a job, because if they all want Godot, then I'm gonna give them Godot. And 2, personal interest, because I want to see how good it is. But yeah, it's fine. So here is my idea. So with the twist point, this will rotate on the Y, and the pitch will rotate on the X. And with that, we have a decent well, not a decent, but an okay third-person camera. There's probably better ways to do this. Is there a component for camera systems? Like there's just camera, but is there like some arms? There's something called spring arm. A 3D raycast that dynamically moves its children near the collision point. Yeah, okay, I can use that for the camera. So, do I need to make sure that because I don't want the camera to collide and no clip behind the walls. So this one I need to use. Do I put it on the Twitch and or the pitch? I'm gonna put it on the pitch, so I can use that thing that Needle V recommended. I can just change type like this to a spring arm, like that. I can even give it a shape. How does that work? Ah, I see. So this is the spring length. I need to play around with this. And here's the margin. I don't know what the margin does, but yeah. Okay, it doesn't change much. Okay, I'll start to have this at a 1 before I do anything drastic. Minus 30. Minus 30. And the camera is 5 good? Okay, let me try 4 meters. So select current. Okay, this is probably a bit too close. Okay, this kind of light. Then I thought it was gonna be further away. Oh, maybe it's the spring arm that does it. So it doesn't matter what the length is. It's the length of the spring arm that does it. So let's set that to 4. Yeah, I'll be getting this. Okay. So now there isn't any light, so I need to fix that. So right now there's default lighting. So what if I turn it off? Okay, so this is how the game looks normally. So let's just add a directional light and give that a little rotation, like minus 30 maybe, 60. Where's the sun? Maybe this is 60. Okay, cool. And there is also this component called environment. Properties, finding the entire scene, post-processing, lighting, and background settings. So this is where I do all the fancy stuff. To have any visible effects, if what requires its environment properties to contain its camera attribute properly. New environment. Edit. What? Did it add the camera automatically? I don't know. This sky right here is pretty bad. New sky. What the? You know what? I'm gonna watch your stream till I sleep since it's midnight here. Good luck with your work. Well, thank you. I am just trying to figure out how the fuck this works right now. Yeah, but there's this gray tone right here. How do I do that? Okay. So how do I add the sky? See, this is already getting complicated. Godot skybox. Where's the sky? Is there a default sky? Why is the sky just black? Come on, man. New sky. Sky material? Ooh. Isn't there? Oh, nice. Okay, good. Okay, this is what I needed. Just for templating. I wish I was familiar with Godot, honestly. Yeah, it's also my first time like making a game with it. I'm just trying to get familiar with it. Well, now it's time to add a script to the player. We can just go to one view here. Okay, so skybox done. So I need to route red me too. I'm a bit familiar with navigating the UI, but especially 3D something I didn't even bother to try out. Damn, that's sad. Well, anyway, let's oh, I will make a folder here for scripts. Okay, cool. So now we're going to attach a script. It must be even harder to make a PC VR game. Like, you mean a VR game for PC, or is this an acronym that I haven't heard about? Okay, yeah, PC VR. Okay, good. We understand. I don't know. In Unity, I've made a couple VR games. I haven't finished them, but they worked. I thought the hardest thing about VR is just setting up all the tools you need for your VR games. But other than that, it isn't that bad, honestly. It's just hard to set up all the right tools, especially since Unity's base tool for VR, some of them are really bad, especially for grabbing, and you really want grabbing to like smooth. But the velocity tracking on the grabbing tools in VR are shit. If you rotate too fast, it has like a slow interpolation rotation towards the right rotation, and it looks really janky, and then it starts shaking and all that. I really hate it. But a quick fix that I found out, you can just overwrite the base grab script, and in its grabbing method you can just overwrite it and make it be a child to the controllers itself, so the controllers are the parents. In that way the rotation will be smooth, but you can also still enable the physics from the velocity tracking. So you fix the rotation, but you have the same physics, so you can still collide the objects in a good way in the environment. So that's a nice thing. I did that in school because I wanted to make a VR game for school, one where I needed to climb and I had like a sword and a crossbow. It looked goofy, but hey, I got a good grade on it, so it doesn't really matter. Damn, you're way better than me at developing. Well, I don't know how long you've been developing for. I've been like, I first started making games when I was like 13, and now I'm 20. I haven't finished anything at all, but I've made a lot of projects and got a lot of experience just doing stuff. So I am pretty good at developing, but I'm not good at finishing. I get burned out really quickly. I do hope I do have some fun streaming. I thought this is my third time streaming, but it's been pretty fun. So I thought it would be a good way to motivate myself. To do stuff. Export var speed equals good base speed 5. Cool. Oh, I just got a snap. Well, yeah, I know. Most developers burn out quickly, but it is still annoying though. You don't want to burn out quickly. I mean, the project I've been working on the longest, I'm making a game engine. I've been working on it for almost 2 months. And I'm still working on it. I actually worked on it today. I was trying to make C# scripting for my game engine because it's written in C++, but I want to have a C# scripting. I got it working today, but it cannot like script with my game engine itself, but it can I can run CPP functions from C#, and I can run C# functions from CPP, so it works pretty good. Something I wish is that more games would support Linux though. Well, I don't think people and developers bother supporting games for Linux because the only people that like use Linux are mostly other programmers. Like it's like 1 to 2% of people using they use Linux on the desktop. The rest is like Windows, and some you use Mac, but Mac is mostly for work. If people use Mac for gaming, well, that's kind of weird. So I just think people don't bother with Linux support. It is how it is. Oh yeah, support var sensitivity. Let me just try with 1 for now. And yeah, I also need some input. And if I remember correctly, you need to set the input map yourself. Yeah. So I mean, I do boot Linux because it's not half spyware. I mean, fair. I don't worry too much about things like that. I just use Windows because I like using Windows. But yeah. Yo, first time chatter. Thank you, Noah. Very nice. So yes, okay, so I made my input now. So let's store that inside of vector. I drink coffee cause I drink coffee. Yeah, that's basically the same argument I use for Windows. I don't like coffee though. Coffee tastes disgusting. But yeah. So I'm going to make inputs here, and oh yeah. Why don't it like this? Come on. Coffee ain't the best, but it's something. Coffee is just coffee. So what? Oh yeah. Var. I forgot. I don't like that everything needs to be named var. But it is how it is. Well, anyway, I'm gonna try out something new. I found there's something called inputs.getVector, Yeah. So first we have the negative x and the positive x. So negative x will be move left, move right, move, was it forward first? Yes. I am pretty sure, I don't know why, but for some reason forward is negative z. I really hate that, but it is how it is. So forwards, did I do negative z for forwards? No, this is positive. No, this is positive y and oh yeah. Move back. So negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay, cool. So the reason why I store my inputs in a vector 2 instead of a vector 3 directly is because first of all this returns a vector 2, and I like to have multiple vectors for different things. So a vector 3 for the translation itself, and then I like to have a vector 3 which can be like the look direction, which is smoothed out, while the movement is not smoothed out, you know? So that's just how I prefer my shit. Oh yeah, and this needs to be in a physics process. Very important. Oh well. The input doesn't need to be in a physics process. I think input should be registered with every process. But the physics where we need to move needs to be inside of a physics process. So yeah, okay. So this is going to be the velocity. And velocity dot x is going to be equals to inputs dot x, and velocity dot z is going to be equals to inputs dot y. So this is fucking beautiful right here. So this is the input for just basic WSD movement. And I don't see a change at all. Let me just hop in here in main. Oh yeah, did I even times it with the speed? Okay, cool. Work. So this is quite bad. The inputs doesn't work, which is weird. Can I print? Can I just print inputs? Oh! Stupid brain. So I forgot to reference the character body right here. Boom. I think this also needs to be times by delta. And wait, we don't want to do this multiplication here. We want to have this normalized first, and then we multiply it by The speed times delta. This is not delta, that is speed. Okay. See, now it will work. Beautifully. No, what the fuck? Expect the 0 arguments. Wait, this doesn't take any arguments? Or is it because you need to set the velocity elsewhere? I'm just going to set the velocity to velocity right now. Times speed. And this is dot normalized. And is it now? Here's the body dot move and slide. Please do the thing. It's not doing the thing. It's not moving. What am I missing? Okay, I'm gonna look at the documentation real quick. So character. Oh my god. Please show me what I need to do. There's a void. Oh, it's a set velocity. I'm gonna head out for now. See you guys. Yeah, see you. Set velocity. Okay, now it's time to pull up the old stuff. If I go into Godot, the other. Let me just get some reference code real quick. Player, come on. Script. This extends the character body 3D. It's just this. I did it right. I did it how it was supposed to be done. What in the actual fuck? What? What am I missing? Oh yeah, do I even need to do this? Don't I need to just, can I just change the type here to character body 3D, and then I'll make this and then delete this. And then I can extend character body 3D instead. Okay, cool. But will this work? Okay, now it finally moves. It's still not a kinematic body. Yes, it is. Because I'm just using the character body 3D, I'm not using the rigid body. So it's kinematic by default, right? Well, anyway, I got it to work now. So this is going to be the move direction. Direction is going to be set right here, and then the velocity is going to be equals to the move direction times speed. but we're going to normalize this bitch ass right here. And now it should all work as intended. Very nice. Yeah, this is movement right here. Okay, cool. So we do need to change it in a little bit, because when I apply camera rotation, we can't just use these inputs right here. We actually need to align the rotation based on the camera's rotation. But it's good for now. It's good for now. It works. We're moving stuff, so that's pretty good. So let's do the camera stuff. So how does camera stuff work? So how do I reference the mouse input? So let me go into input. Is there something called mouse? There's mouse captured. I can get last mouse velocity. What do you return? Can I? What do you return? It returns a vector 2. So I guess. So this is what I'm going to use. So first of all, I'm going to log in the mouse mode. Is going to be equals to captured, confined hidden. This seems legit. So if I do this, yeah, that's what I want. Okay. And then we want some input here for mouse inputs. Vector 2.0. And let's take the mouse inputs. I need to get used to this snake case naming format. Cool. So what we need to do now is to rotate the twist by the Y rotation and the pitch by the X rotation. So let's just try with the pitch first. So how does that work? So in Unity you just use Euler angles. This has the same. This doesn't have Euler angles. So I guess we're just going to use, oh, there's something called rotate. So rotate Y, what I like. And we insert a float variable. Well, that would be the mouse input X. I would say it's a little bit fast, but this is the sensitivity is quite high, but I will say this is pretty good. So let's multiply this by delta, because I guess it is probably per frame. This is still really fast. What the fuck? Okay, let's try and print this stuff right here. Let me... How fast are you going? What? Is it pixel coordinates? Yeah, this is pixel coordinates. Yeah, okay, so this is pixel coordinates. That's very... Why is it... Why just go to use it in pixel coordinates? That's kind of stupid. They can just, why don't we translate it into world positions? Okay. Well, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It just means we can just like multiply it by like 0, like 1000. Sensitivity times delta. Wait, this is gonna be, okay, probably not multiplied by delta. Wait, it's also limited. I can only move certain amounts. What? Okay, this is probably not the way to go. Is it because it's probably because it's just confined. Does it need to be captured? Yeah, okay, I used the wrong mode. Confined probably just makes it invincible, and capture censors it to the middle, so it won't get out to the side. Because as soon as the mouse cursor gets outside the window, we can't get its input, because it's in pixel coordinates. But yeah, imagine I need to multiply the mouse velocity by 1000. Like 1 divided by 1000, also multiplied by the delta. That number is really fucking small, and that's just for normal sensitivity. Like what? Nah, I don't like. Oh, my phone was just about to fall out. See, that's kind of stupid, but it works. So it is how it is. I'm just learning as this goes. I only have, I think I have in total now 6 hours of experience in Godot. And I spent the 6 hours on a tutorial in the 2 last streams. But yeah. Okay, so wait, did the capture also make the cursor invisible, right? Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. So that's stupid. But anyway, it's fine. I also rotated the wrong thing, is the twist I wanted to rotate. The pitch is for the X rotation. Can I type now? Oh. It's because I messed up here. Oh wait. Sunday. What? Why are you complaining? Here? Come on. Okay, so now that we have that rotating, now it's time for the pitch. And that's going to rotate on the X. And we probably want to use minus mouse input. That why? Well, you need to do that in Unity, so I just imagine you need to do the same in Godot. So let's see. So I'm going to move up now. It worked? Oh yeah, and Spring did the thing that I predicted. Yeah. See, this is good. This is good. This is going to be very professional. Okay, now we just need to clamp the rotation. So, how do we clamp things? Does it have a math library? No, but it has a match. Does it have a clamp? It has a clamp! Clamp F! So the value, X. So, we get U dot rotation dot X. And what? Minus 30 by 30? So that should be good. Well, that isn't clamped. That isn't clamped at all. Not clamped. Why? Let's try and print this. Oh, it's in radians. Oh. Times degree to a rad. And it's not, that's not how it works. In 2D at least there are two rotations, rotation degrees and rotation. Yeah, I'm just going to do it in radians. It's technically the best practice, you know? So, and it's still... It's still not clamping. Fuck, you're not clamping. Oh, it's because we forgot to set it. Because clamp F returns to the returns it returns a float. So I forgot to set it. Yeah. Well, do I want to go that much down? Maybe you can go to like 20. I don't really want to go that much down. I would rather be able to go further up than later down. Yeah, I like this. So now it is time to fix one issue. And the issue being that we don't follow the rotation right here. What kind of game you're making? I don't know. I don't have like a big idea. I'm just want to remake things that I know I can make in Unity and then see if I can make it in Godot. One thing being the inventory system that I made for Unity as a video. I want to make it in Godot at some point. I do like farming games, so maybe I like maybe a little small farmer game. That would be pretty neat. I could try that out, but yeah. Well, anyway, now it's time to move or play according to the rotation of the camera. So we just used the twist for the. We used this twist for the right rotation, so we just use the twitch twist rotation to manipulate the direction of the player. So let's see how we can do that maybe. So is there a function to align something, or do I need to code it manually in? Let me try to check the documentation for this component. Is there something for rotating? So, get floor normal, that's pretty cool. Floor motion, slide collision, angular, get real velocity. Is on ceiling, move slide. Did I do this in the Godot tutorial? With the target velocity right here? Yeah, no, this is the look direction. So maybe no? Yeah, I'm looking at this function and it doesn't really have this. So I need to add the rotation. Does the vector 3 have something for it? I noticed the lights were on. And does vector 3 have some cool features? It has an angle too, so maybe I can rotate it like that. I don't know. Oh, direction too. Oh, rotate it. I like the sound of that. So what does rotated do? Resolve the rotating of this vector around a given axis by angle. Okay, I can do that in radians, of course. Okay. The axis must be a normalized vector, so it must have a length of 1. Okay, so I think I can do that. So I can take the move direction and do dot rotate it, and rotate it returns a vector 3. So we can just say move direction is equals to this. And now what am I going to do with the axis? Well, it's going to be vector 3 dot up. And now we have the angle in radians. So we use degrees to radians. And inside of here we get the twist dot rotation dot y. Does this make sense? Yeah. It makes sense. I hope it works. Doesn't seem to work. No, it doesn't. So we cannot rotate it like that, or what? Returns the result of rotating this vector around given axis by angle. This axis must be a normalized value. Well, I'm doing that. I thought I was just cooking right now, but clearly I'm not cooking. Yeah, man, I really need to understand this better, but I don't get it though, because it says that it returns rotated of this vector, so that would mean that oh, direction 2 maybe? No. I just use quaternions maybe? Does quaternions have something? I don't like quaternions though. Rotation to normalized. Do you think gameplay is more important than the art? Yes. I am a person that doesn't really care that much about the graphics and style. I just like solid gameplay, because the gameplay itself is what makes the game fun. The mechanics. Art is just cool, but it is the gameplay that makes a game good. You can have a good game, you can have a game with amazing graphics and it can still be a fucking bad game. But you can have a game with bad graphics, but it's a good game because it has good mechanics and gameplay. Does so how can I get the relative? Oh, I found this function here. Damn, this is a confusing way to do stuff. Okay. Okay, let me cook. So I can get the camera's right direction and forward direction by using the transform.basis. So transform.basis is the same, it returns a vector 3, which is the directions of the object. Kind of like in Unity, you say transform.forward, you use transform.basis.set. Okay. Oh my god. But yeah, okay, let me do that then. Before I move. So we can have a bar. Okay, so let's get the camera right first. And then we need to reference the camera. Dots. And we need to get the global transform. Dot basis. Dot x. This is how we do it. And we go to set. And this is the forward. And now multiply this by cam right and this by cam forward. I'm gonna say screw that one. Will this do the thing that I want to try to do? Oh my god. Do you think the gameplay must be simple or has its own difficulty? I like journeys. I have a hard time figuring out how to double jump. Well, if I make my own game, I would like it to be easy to learn but hard to master. A game loop can also be quite simple and still be really good. A good example of this is a game that I played, I think last month. It's one of my favorite games. It's called Dave the Diver. This year, I absolutely cracked at this game. This was such a good game. And if we pull it up, Dave the Diver, it's a simple game. It has a lot of love and simple mechanics, but basically what you do is just you swim around, you shoot a harpoon at the fish, you spam click, and then you catch it. That's crazy. And then you make sushi out of it. The thing that this game has a lot going for it, it has a decent game loop, a decent gameplay, but it has a lot to its worlds. It's one of the few games where its style brings it a long way. It's a really cool game. I can definitely recommend. I love this game. It's really cool. Okay, but now let's see why this won't work. So at what point does invalid index x on base vector free with value? Huh? Oh. Cam right, cam forward. Oh, this returns oh, this is fine. We don't. It's because this is a float, but this is a vector free now, multiplied by a float. So what we're gonna do is just say screw this one. See, now this is going to remind me more of Unity. Now we can just say inputs.y multiply by cam forward. So this should fix my problem. And now I just noticed that I flipped the rotation on the X. See, when I move my mouse to the right, I look towards the left. But anyway, let's test this. Let's test this. Oh, it works. It works. See, this is beautiful, right? Oh. 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 We can also move upwards. We can fly. Okay, let me just fix that real quick. Move direction dot y is equals to 0. Yeah, okay, cool. This confused the hell out of me for a little bit. Okay. But yeah. Quite good. Okay, now next step is just flip this rotation right here. Apparently this also needs to be a minus. It doesn't need to be in Unity, but fair enough. Okay, we got a controller going. We got a controller going. Let's go. Okay. So, what am I going to do now? I will rotate my character now. So, how do I want to rotate this little guy here? There is a function called look at, but I don't know if that is the good way to do things. I would probably want to rotate the body with using quaternions based on inputs. So I think that's the way to do. But yeah. So what does Godot have for this? So, oh yeah, the mesh instance is the player model. So, okay, let's just try the normal look at, right? So, player model dot look at, and we just give it a target, and target is just going to be our position plus our move direction. Yeah. Of course we can't see how rotated it is, so let's just give our little guy some googly eyes. Add child node mesh. Bucks. So we're gonna make you a little small. We're gonna close you down here. Cool. Standard material, edit that one. And we're just gonna make you black. Okay. Let's see it rotate now. Yeah, I mean this works. All right. So now we are rotating our character based on the move direction. So this is pretty cool, right? Do you think the game... Oh, I've already read that message. I'm kind of schizo right now. I also want something to drink. Oh, someone send me a snap. Oh, it's a cat. I love cats. Okay. Is there people that are still here? Type in the chat so I can talk to someone. It's lonely making. It's lonely programming. Oh shit, I just remembered that I need to finish an assignment tomorrow. Shit. Well, it's fine, it's fine. No problems, no biggies. I'm almost done with it anyway. Cheese. Let me just gobble down some cheese. Look at this. This is premium cheddar cheese. It tastes so good. I like to snack on it. Just type whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Interacting is the most fun part for me. It's pretty cool to talk with people. But I'm also trying to have a chill stream, especially when coding. I like to chill. Yeah, and also if people here are also new to Godot, or maybe game development in general, maybe they can learn from my live streams while I'm learning. I have a lot of fundamental knowledge, which I hope will be useful. Well, now it's time for the next step. This look at seems to be fine, but that's because it's also instant input. So of course it just makes instant rotations like that. But let's try to make this a little bit more fancy, you know? So let's use some interpolation, right? So we're gonna have a look direction now. And the look direction, let's just try and interpolate. So the look direction is equals to look direction dot is there a lerp? There's a lerp, that's good. And we can just put in the move direction. And now let's set a weight. Let's just do point 1. Most important thing, we set the y to 0. The reason for that is because I guess this is a look at between 2 points, right? So what we're doing, well, I don't know what it's called in English. In Danish it's called forbindelsesvektor. English, it's called, still give me Danish results. A connective vector, I guess. Okay, like when you take, I'm just gonna show a Danish example. So if you take one point and minus it with another point, you make the vector that's connected by the direction, right? And we use that to rotate the player in the direction we want to go. But we don't want the y to be something, because if we plus the position plus also a right position, remember we'll start to look upwards, and we don't want that. We just want to go around in a circle. So y must be equal to 0. So let's do this. It didn't do shit. Is it because I yeah, now it should work. And also, if input it's equals Vector 2.0. Is that how you do it? Very nice. I mean, it does kind of work. Oh, wrong stuff. Wrong. Yeah. So this is kind of instant, right? But that's because can we just use slurp? Because lerp is just linearly. So if you go directly across, then it'll just make a snap. So let's see, slurp. And we should, and then instead of lerping linearly, we should do it spherically, like a little curve. So then maybe that will be a little bit more smooth. Yeah! Yeah, this shit good. This shit good. This is good shit. And we can okay. I kinda thinking, do game dev have a base code for certain game like FPS? I mean, they have the codes that they can follow to make their own game. Or just make the code from scratch every time they make the game. I mean, probably many people make packages for like base functionalities. Personally, I make everything from scratch, not because I want to, but because I always forget to make like cool tools into packages. Like for example, because some things are defined and you don't need to redo. For example, like let's say you want to make your own pathfinding, like A-star. I've coded my own A-star algorithm in Unity, and that's something I could use for other games because the NavMesh agent in Unity have come back with a new statement. What are your thoughts? I mean, personally, I don't really care if they backtrack the install policy. I've heard rumors that they're gonna do after 1 million, after you earn 1 million, they're gonna take a 4% royalty. So it's the exact same kind of royalty fee like Unreal, but they do 4% instead of 5%, probably out of pity or out of spite for Unreal, which I think is fine. But that's just my opinion. Then we have the other people. People of course feel betrayed by Unity, especially because the decision was so fucking stupid. And I mean, Unity can recover from it, but they need to do some extra work. Like they, other than saying, "Oh, we won't do it again," that's not good enough. They need to go above and beyond. But also, Unity has been going through really bad management in the last few years. I have a friend, I'm not gonna tell you his name, but he works for Unity. He told me about, he really likes Unity because he works on projects for Unity, like cool projects. He's on the Unity Dots team that's making their own scripting language for Unity called, I don't know what it's called actually. It's something objective, something C#, whatever. Yeah, because they wanted to make a more data oriented approach to Unity, so they could have better performance. But the thing is, Unity tries to like do everything: 2D, 3D, VR, mobile games, whatever. And they try to compete with Unreal, which is pretty unrealistic, because Unreal has been to be honest, Unreal has been making too much fucking progress on like 3D rendering compared to every other game engine or game studio with their own custom graphics. Unreal is too good at it. compared to other engines, and engines cannot keep up with that technology. But one thing that Unity does do better than Unreal is mobile games and 2D games, and Unity should just focus on that, in my opinion. Of course, it should have base functionality for 3D, but it's mostly made for 2D and mobile games. But they try to do everything. It's so fucking dumb. They waste so much fucking money. Like, before they did the install fee, Unity lost like $200 million in gross revenue, and that's fucking bad. And then they make the install fee to try and get more money so they can actually have a positive revenue. But they make such a bad policy for making money that the developers just fucking leave them. Like, what the fuck? Like, Unity doesn't know what they're doing. Unity should just backtrack on the install policy. Shut the fuck up. Do what it's good at. And then people will probably go back to using it. Because yeah, like Unity is like almost fucking irreplaceable for mobile games, and they almost fucking desecrated the mobile game industry because the install policy impacts the mobile industry the most with the pay-per-install. Desktop games are mostly, for indie developers, mostly run a premium model, so the pay-per-install fee wouldn't affect you that much. But with mobile game, it could potentially take over 100% of your revenue. Like, what? Yeah. Anyway, I think I will make available for the weight, so I can say how fast it can rotate the player. Rotation, speed, wait, can I make a range attribute? I don't know. Like range, like I can set a min-max value, kind of like in Unity. So in Unity, you can have a range attribute in the codes. Where is it? That's a slider. I need a range. Well, you can make like a box sets range, and then you can give it a min max value, and then you can just use a slider in the inspector. Because the thing is, with the I want the variable to go for the slope, but the weight is between 0 to 1, and 1 is instant and 0 is nothing, and then everything in between is some smooth interpolation. So I just wanted to know if I could place a range. Is there maybe like an add export range? Ooh! I think I found out. I cooked and find out. Oh. I'm cooking. So if I go to the player now, yeah, okay, I'm cooking. So there's different ways to export, and you can just make an underscore, and then you can apply an attribute to the variable. Okay, that's good things to know. I am cooking straight up. Oh cool, I think that wasn't possible previously, or at least it worked differently in 3.5. Well, if it works, it works. So this is good. Let me try and set this to 0.2. So yeah, this is a good rotation, I think. So okay. So here's what I'm thinking right now. How I want to make a test prototype for my inventory right now. And how should that work? Because in Godot is export the type you want. var. Gonna try it out right now if it also supports range. Yeah, you can try it out. So in Unity, it's so class orientated. So every slot, I basically gave every UI slot a script for the inventory, but I guess that's not how we do it here. We need to have it because we attach the scripts like this. Okay, let me think. Maybe I'm just overcomplicating things. So the player. Alright, I'm back. Cool. What up? Red. I think I'll call you. So let's make a prototype. Okay? Ooh, well, I use scriptable objects for items in Unity. Does Godot support something similar? So scriptable objects? Okay. So now we're going to use. Now this is going to be pretty advanced. How am I going to make an inventory in Godot? How would that work? Do I need an array? Yeah, I need an array, of course. Brr. But like, how should I structure this? Okay, let's forget about the UI first. Let's make just the data work. But how do I make the items? Well, are you familiar with control nodes for UI? I tried it out like for a very short time. I only have like 20 minutes experience with UI and Godot. So I'm probably not the best example to use. But yeah. Anyway, though, let's try to make inventory. So I don't have scriptable objects, so I probably just need to use a normal class for items, and then use an override class to make my items. So let's start with that. So let's make a script for, let's make the items first, right? So item, what should I call it? Because I'm not going to use the item self, so I'm maybe going to call it item abstract class. Yeah. Item abstract class. Because the keyword abstract, at least like in C# means that you're not supposed to like use this class. You're using this class as a base functionality class, and then you have a bunch of other classes that inherits this class's base functionality. So let's create this one and open it, and we need to make this into a class. So can we make classes? Because just as extents, can we make our custom classes like a class? Class name? Class name? Let's try this one. And we just call it the item. And we don't need all of these functions right here, because this is just going to hold some data. Maybe we can have a function for maybe consumables or whatever, or using it, but the use function does something differently. So if like water, the use function consumes it, and if it's a sword, the use maybe equips it. But yeah, let's try. So let's make some variables. So this is just going to be, oh, wasn't that a difference? This is just assigns, but doesn't this set something special? I don't know. Item name. We also need to have an image. And is there textures? Texture 2D. And I just want to give it like a default one. How do I load textures? There's something called load, and then I need to give it a file path. Can I just use an export? Why don't I just make all of these to exports? Doesn't that make more sense? Yeah, I'm gonna make this into exports. But I need to assign this to something, texture. So what kind of textures exists? There's something called load, so that's, what does this give me? I don't know. And oh, I can't use name. I'm just gonna make an m underscore to tell that this is just a member variable. In my Unity tutorial, I also had a description. Should I also have a description? Yeah. Let me just add a description. Yeah. And Oh yeah. We also have var for the max stack. $99. And that's good. Okay, so we can have a few other things. So in my I think this is the base functionality that I made in my Unity tutorial on inventories, but there is two other things that I made. I can make an override class for items and say, oh, this is consumable item, but I could also just use a bool for the item itself, so I don't need to override it for consumables. And then stackable. What if it's a weapon item? Then it needs to have, okay. I'm gonna add a bool that just tells if this is stackable or not, because if it's not stackable, then we just set it to false, and then it can just be one per item, just for equipment. I just think that's easier to do, as it's something all items should be able to have. But consumable and weapon stats is something gonna be an item override, I think. And this, by default, is going to be true. Okay. And that's that. And I believe we can override items. So let's do let's do something simple. Let's do something simple, just for purpose. So if I make a script, can I inherit this? Beautiful. Okay, so what kind of items? Oh, I should probably. I forgot the most important thing. I need to have an ID. I need to have an ID. That's the most important thing. MID. By default, just 0. IDs are kind of annoying to make. It would be awesome to automate the ID process, so every time we create an item, the ID just sets to 1. But yeah, it's something you need to keep track of. But yeah. But now we make a new script here, which is going to inherit the item class. Is going to be empty. And what item should we make? Does someone have a suggestion? A good first item? I can get something to drink while you suggest. A good first item. Take the phone with me. Whew. Beautiful. You're getting a drink, so do the drink you're getting as an item. Okay, well, that's water. So water? Oh well, there is a little bit juice in it. Well, what is saftevan? Saftevan English. Oh, soft event is lemonade. So this is lemonade right here. What kind of lemonade is it? It's... This is... Oh, yeah, this sounds fancy. This is black currant lemonade. And it tastes fucking delicious. Currant lemonade. Oh well, black currant lemonade. Let's do that as a script. Black currant lemonade. Okay, so this is a good first step right here. We open this bad boy up. Does it need to extend like that? Like a link? Can't I just say item? I can. Nice. So, what kind of function do I need? So, I need to set its variables when it gets initialized. So, does it have an init function? It has. Cool, poggies. And since it inherits, then we can just say self dot. I am cooking. I am mastering this language so fucking fast. Black currant lemonade. And what more? Can I image? Well, I don't have an image, so this will just be... I won't mess with that yet. So description. A nice beverage. Max stack. Well, we can get the 99s. Stackable? Well, yeah. So self dot stack m stackable is equals to true. So yeah, this is a good start. I actually need to go. Oh, it's a really short toilet break. So give me a second. Alright, I'm back. So, I am getting errors. Why? Oh, you're not complaining, so it's fine. Yeah, okay, cool. So, this should work, right? So now the idea is that we need to have an array of these items, and we just use the base item class as an array, and since this inherits the base item class, we can just input this apple right here. But how do I initialize the apples? Does it need to be on its own node, or how do I do that? It is. Maybe I need to cook a little bit. Or do my inventory even need to have an array of the items? We just need to keep track of the ID and all that. It's hard to figure things out like this. So yeah, what do I do? Well, I can check if this works. But how do I make a variable of this? Okay, we can test one thing, right? So just real quick, let's make an export just inside the player here, just real quick, which is going to be the item. And can we set oh, so var item, and can it just be, oh yes. Will you cook? Does it need to be initialized? No, okay, cool. So we can assign it. So I cannot drag and drop like this. So, okay, what do I do? Oh! So I have the item there. Do I do them as children? No, that's stupid. But I could totally do it like that. No, it's a sign. Bruh. No. That's not how it's supposed to do. That's not how it's supposed to work. Nah, man. What about the blackcurrant lemonade thing? It ain't there. It's because it's not its own class. Damn. Can I hold an array of items? No, because this is the script, it's not a class. I can have the class of items. Alright, so how do I do this? Does it need to be a node? because it inherits item which is already a node. So how do I use this? This is confusing. So how do I hold the items? See, this is where this gets weird. Oh, you can store as scripts? Like that? Okay, I understand. This is fucking okay, this is good. Okay, cool. Alright. So, now it's time for me to cook, okay? So technically, I have an inventory with a single slot, and the item is right here. So let me just print. I want to print this now. So can I just print the item? Item dot. Well, I can't get the highlight of this, but I can just say dot name, right? And it will print it. No? It's because I'm using the wrong type. I'm so close to finding this out. As just said, if you create your item class from resource class, you can make resources as item resource. There you can easily set up item fields. Oh, hello, Fati. You were on the stream yesterday, right? I think you need to do str. No, because the initial error right here, it sets invalid gets index m name, so it doesn't know what it is, right? I mean, I can try your str, but I think the initial thing is that it doesn't know what item.mname is. Yeah. So fut see, what are you doing? So if you create your item class from resource class, you can make resource as item resources as item resource, where you can easily set up item fields. Okay, so how do I set up the item fields? Like, what do you mean by create item class from resource class? Like, I have my base class item here, and then I have an item here which inherits the item, and then when it's initialized, it gets set to some values here. But I just want to see if I can store it as a variable export. Because I can't use item, and so I can't use the black current lemonade thing. So it needs to be a script, right? Extend resource and create a resource file in file browser. Okay, let me Google that. Good. Just a tip, not the only way. Yeah, but I'm just gonna Google what it is. Resources. Also, is the tutorial refocus on node class and Godot and as that's the one way to use code behavior for most of the engine's features to rely on you. There's another data type that is just important resource. Nodes gives you functionality if they draw sprites. Resources are data containers. Yeah, I want data containers. So resources. Thank you. So this doesn't need to extend nodes, this needs to extend resources. Right? Oh. I need to see some example code of this. Creating your own resources. Yes, thank you, thank you. Let me see. So, and then click in the file browser. This? Okay. This is exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Thank you. So, since it's a data container, is this Godot's alternative to like Unity? You have scriptable objects. Is this kind of like the same? So, scriptable objects is like data containers in Unity. Okay, this is good. This is good. And delete that shit. And the MID 0, item name, water, image. Wait, what? I probably need to define what the image is. It's about texture. Cool. image texture. I'll try. Well, no. I think texture 2D. Okay. So, this is water. So now I want to try and store the water inside player. So do I do resource? And then I can just drag and drop water like this? But resource is kind of too broad. Export your resource class item. So item, this one. And I can still just drag and drop? Yeah! On base nil? Oh, that's bad. So why does this say it's null? Because I have the value. I have the value right here. So why? On base nil? That's bad. Is everything nil? Everything is nil. That's pretty bad. Let me try this. Probably doesn't do anything. Nope. So let me do a quick Google. So Godot resource nil. Okay, so nil means it's unrecognized, so it doesn't know what the item is. Shit. So null means it's empty and nil means it's unrecognized, so it doesn't know what item is. At this point I don't know either. What the hell? It's because you use this class name. What if I just use class? Nope. Class name. Custom resource. Show me. Oh, here it says that resource needs to be above class name. Let me try. Let's see. That could be some like weird. No, it's still the same. Because for global setting, maybe I have an idea. Do you use this player scene as a node on another scene? Yes, I do. Because with global setting, alright, the local in-game setting. Yeah, the player is the scene that is a child scene of the main scene right here. So, because for global setting, alright, the local. So, okay. So how do I do that? How do I fix that? Do you have an idea? Set up the item resource in main scene or reset it in the main scene in the inspector. Oh, so it's here. Oh, I see. Okay, so I need to set it up in the main scene. Okay. Bruh. Hey, it works now. Let's go. Let's go. Park. Okay, so it's just because I was inside the player scene instead of the main scene. So I didn't do everything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just stupid. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, it prints out water. Let's go. So now we have one inventory slot. See, that is crazy, right? That is absolutely crazy. So yeah. Typical Godot things, I guess. Okay, so we want to have an array of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my custom class now for inventory, and then I'm going to place that inventory inside the player. I think that's the good thing to do. So the player has the thingies in here. And right, should the inventory be inside of the player scene itself, or should I place it as a child node for the player right here? I just think it's gonna be easier to place in the child node, especially because of that main between unnamed thing. So I think I'm gonna place it inside the player here, especially since I can't access things right here from the player. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's try and make this inventory component. So let's make a new script and call it inventory. Inventory. And this gonna have this class name here, and this is going to be inventory components. So screw all of this, I don't really need it. Oh well, maybe I need to do this. So what am I going to do? Am I going to have the inventory be dynamic or of fixed size? Because if it's going to be dynamic, I need to set the size on the ready function. Let's have it as a fixed size. So let's do the first thing here. So we can have it export, right? And it has all of these things right here. But none of them are arrays, so how do we do that thing? So needle usage, you can use parameters here. So can I do arrays? Let me just so an array of slots like this. Can I do that? No. Or do I need to be like this? How do I make this an array? God damn it. Come on, Godot. Yeah, I'm trying to look for the syntax in the documentation. There's something called array here. So, array item. No. Construct an empty array. So does this do what I want? So how do I make arrays? Okay, so this says array item equals empty. Oh! So that works. So if I add a child node now, can I make an inventory here? Yes, I can. And how do I set this? Yes, I can set the size. Yeah. So 16. This is a good start. And this can be water. Okay. So right now we can have a simple thing. So let's make a quick test here. So func process. Okay, we just do an update. Well, it doesn't really matter. We can just print slots and the index. Let's do slot 5. Dot m name. Right. Water. So, hey, this is pretty much a fully fleshed out inventory, if I do say so myself. Of course, this needs to be a child to the player. Okay, so now we just need one more thing. So, the way I do this in Unity, we don't need to have an array of items. We need to have an array of slots, because the slots needs to carry the amount of items that is inside of it, right? This is very object-oriented design. We could also do it. We could make the inventory do all of the things, but I would like the slots to just carry the items, and the inventory has its functionality like sorting, drag and dropping, whatever it needs to do. So instead of an array of items, we need an array of slots. Of course, we don't have slots yet, so let's make a slot. So, and slots can also just be a data type structure, right? So, that extends resource. I'll do it. It just needs to be. Yeah, it's just a resource because it's just gonna be data, and it's gonna have basically a few things. It just needs to have. It just needs to store the item and the amount. That's basically it. So let's do that. So a resource called slot. Well, it doesn't need to be a resource though, because resources are data types you make multiple of. Let's just do it anyway, because I'm pretty sure it will work. So slot. And this extends resource. With a class name, slot. Cool. And then we just have 2 exports. So export variable is item. Maybe stored item of type item. This is some big brain moments right here. And then export var amount, which is just an int. See, this is big brain time. And then we can just say new resource. We just take slot. I just call it slot. Just like that. By default, it doesn't need to do anything. But if we go back to the inventory now, we can store an array of slots right here instead. And do you have a stream schedule? Do you know when your next stream is going to be? Probably tomorrow. I don't know when tomorrow. Like, I don't have much on my schedule right now. Let me just go into my schedule. Because keep in mind, I am going to university, so it's not like I can stream a lot. But let's look at next week. So this is the only thing I need to do that's like I'm worried about. This is the P0. I need to do this over the weekend. It's almost finished, and I'll probably pass because my teacher told me, but I've made it good because then I'm gonna have an exam on one of these days. This is easy. This is just being like, oh, this is how you work on problems. And this is math. Math can be pretty annoying, but so far it's been quite easy. And then here I'm basically free because I am not, like, I'll probably have, I think my exam date is here. So on Thursday, and all the other days I am free, so I can stream plenty. Pretty good. So you can probably catch me streaming. So, okay, so this doesn't make much sense, right? Do I need to do this maybe? Because here's my idea, right? I have an array of slots, and then I can reference the slots, right? I think it's best to just prepare this in code. Well, I can just do this. Well, I can do this. What? Stop complaining. Why are you complaining? What? Okay, I don't know why it's complaining. Maybe it's because using a resource for the slots is a bad idea. It probably is. Maybe this isn't good. Yeah, it's not good. I get what you mean. Well, it's not like that. It's going to be slots 5 dot stored item dot mname. This is kind of tricky. I don't know how to do this maybe. Because usually what I did, I had every single, the UI itself had a slot component where I stored the item, but maybe I just want to store the item itself like that. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I could make an identical array for. Okay, let's say screw this, right? I could have this for item, right? But I could also have an array of the same size, which is going to track the amounts. But because the problem is that, yeah, I'm going to have some water for the items. But how do I keep track of how many is in each of these slots? It does have the mname field because the slot had a variable for the item, and the item has the mname field, so it does have the mname field. But the problem is that I just think it's quite messy. To do. Should I just make an identical array for the amounts? Oh yeah. That's just me screwing up right there. But it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna... Oh yeah. That's not what I'm thinking about right now. Okay, I'm gonna do something that's quite based. So let's have a new export, which is going to be well, I don't know if this needs to be an export, but this needs to be the slot item amounts, right? And this just needs to be of type int. And this needs to be the... Can I just assign it like this? No, I can't. So how do I set the size? Is there a append function maybe? So like func ready so item dots. Yeah, there is an append array. Should I just do that? Append array with an array? No. That append value variant. This is then going to be just slots dot. There's not a length count. Yeah. Can I get the? Why can't I get the length of array? That size. Does this work? Yep. So if I run this, I probably need to, first of all, I want to not do this anymore, screw you. And let me try and print the size right here. This should be 16. It says 1. Okay, so I'll probably need to do a for loop then. So for I in slots. Is that how you do for loops maybe? Let me just check the syntax. For loops. No, that's a range. For arrays. Almost there. And then we took the slots item dot append 0. Okay, and after that I'll just check it by printing slots items dot amount dot size. You need to be the same size. 16. Beautiful. Beautiful. So now we have an array. This is so fucking bad, mate. Oh, is it bad? Maybe. So every time I add something, I need to get the corresponding position. I mean, it's fine, I guess. But yeah, give me a second. Oh my god. I drink a lot of water, but I have a small bladder. My god. Okay. So, let's try to add an item. I also need to have a node for item objects, but that doesn't matter right now. Let's try to add an item. Let's do a small test, right? So, yeah, what should the test be? Should it be... So, here's the function, right? Put in item, and let's have some parameters. So, we can have an item. For an item, and we can have an int for the amount. Oh, isn't that not how you do it? Var item, var int. Godot methods with parameters. Jesus Christ. This isn't even Godot. Why the fuck does this come up? So just item and amount. What? Can I then define it here? Because I want this to be int. Okay, cool. I can't do int. So I'm not allowed to define the values? Oh my god, what the fuck? Let me just try and run. Yeah. Okay, so this is valid. This is valid. Okay, it's just Godot messing with me. Oh, I got a weird stomach thing. Okay, cool. So now we need to make for loop. So, oh my god, there's not auto completion. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So, for every I in slots, right? Yeah. If slots oh wait. This needs to be in a range because I need to have an index returned. Poof. So if slots is equals to null, then we have slots I dot oh yeah, this is just going to be equal to the item and item amount I plus equals the amount, right? So this will store the first thing. So let's empty all of this. We can just add when we want, yeah. So okay. Oh yeah, this needs to be 16. So this is just a quick test. And after that, we just want to do a break. Or return. Yeah, because we don't need to run this anymore. Or we can just, for now, let's just do a break. We do return if there's some else things going on. But this is basically the idea. Of course, we need to make an if statement for every single situation. But other than that, it's okay. So so let's try and add an item, right? From the player side. See, that's very nice, right? So let's make an input here. So is there a function for inputs? There is. Is there something for unhandled input? Yes, there is. And then if event dot is action pressed or is pressed. Do I have something inside? No, it's just return to bool. Is there a key code? Unhandled key inputs. Event dot okay, let's just make a quick input test. Can I have custom key codes? Just like on runtime? Godot keyboard events. It needs to be an action type by name, but can I check for specific key code? No? Okay, every single source here says use action, so we need to define one. Well then, that's what we're going to do, I guess. So let's go into settings real quick, input map, and then just add a quick one. put in item test. So this is just going to be a test. What is going to be a test? G. So if event that is action pressed, put in item test. Then what we're going to do is we are going to take and reference the inventory components and say dot put in item. And oh, let's just have a quick export var item. Let's put it 5. And if we go to the player, let's give it this. Okay. So I am cooking right now. And let's see. So right now we're not taking into consideration with the amount, we just want to put something inside of the inventory. So let's hope that this will work. So if I press now, and I press G, well, of course I'm not printing anything, so how will I know that it worked? So put puts well, actually, let's test this. Can I do this? Operand string, so str. Okay, I didn't know what this was. Can I just print out I? Then I actually can see if it does something. Okay, see, it just prints 0 all the time. So that ain't good. Because then it means this is always null. Can I print the item.name? Then at least know that it's water that's being passed. Okay, so this was nil. Why are you nil though? mean, who knows? Well, I know this part here works, because when I'm pressing G, this runs. So there's nothing wrong here. This works as intended. The problem is the inventory here. So it doesn't know what item is. And that is probably because we fucking, yeah. We put it inside the player, not inside the main. We're stupid again. Dumb mistakes. That is going to annoy me so fucking much in the future. So let's try and print I. So go for 0 to 1, 0, 1. So yeah, and then at 16 nothing will happen. So that's good. So that's cool. So will I be able to witness this in runtime? No. That's fine. So, okay. So that's good. We now know that we're actually passing something inside. So that's a huge W. So that means that we can now take our slots and set item. Well, I dot mname. Put This is beautiful. Okay, so this is the start of an inventory. We got some water, we got the base functionality. We can store 5 waters at a time inside of each slot. So now we just need to make it stack. We need to have a function that checks if we reach the max stack, but we are making an inventory right now. And after we have the inventory, we need to have the UI. Thank you. Thank you, Toti. But hey, this is cool. Okay, so now I finally managed to actually store items inside of each slot. So now I just need to make a check for the amounts, make sure it reaches the max stacks. If we reach max stack, we need to do a little bit of math to put it inside the next slot, and then yada yada yada, it will all be good. But you can also check, oh, it's the same ID. Okay, same ID, same item. Okay, we store inside. We don't need to assign a new item, but we need to put onto the amounts. So all of this works. That's great. It works. So that is an inventory right now. I'll probably polish it tomorrow. I really don't feel like it. I really want to work on my game engine right now. Just for a quick little bit. I actually want to show it off a bit if you guys are interested. So let me just close all of this. So I have a little game engine here, and I really want to have a concept of parents inside of my game engine. I'll think that will be pretty neat, you know. So yeah, right now I'm working on C# scripting. So I have a main I have a main C#. So this is some internal calls functions which will run code into C++. I can show it inside the console. Yeah, I had a few tests from oh yeah, and also tried to. I had a custom vector free in main here, and I wanted to print it out as a GLM vec free, so I can also get the vectors in from C#. So this is pretty cool. It's not that important, but right now what I thought I'd do is just a small quick fix. So right now I don't have a concept of parents. I can't make something apparent. This is just some template UI, but I kind of want to make sure that I can take a circle, drag and drop it and make it into a parent. So my first thought right now is to make an object and make it apparent just by default code, just as initialize. So how would I do that? Well, I have a few components, base components, in scene components. So I have a struct right here for the transform component. And okay, so I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but can I have just a value which is a transform component and make that be the parent? You know? And incomplete type not allowed. Well, what should I do? But I have a default initializer. Oh, it's because it's defined later on, so I can just place it down here maybe. Incomplete type. Let's see. Can I just have an empty? How the fuck do I initialize this now? Let me. It's been so long. Close this. Close this. Did I have an example right here? Oh yeah, I add transform automatically in scene. Create entity. Add components with transform. Okay. And this just does its stuff, I guess. Okay, so how the fuck do I initialize this correctly? Well, it doesn't need to necessarily be a transform. I could also just have. Okay, let me just small. I could just also have a parent position, because clearly I can't do this, even though it has a default initializer. Does this work? Function defined for parent not found. Well, you're not complaining. Can I then place you up here? No, I can't do that. Okay. So how will I make a concept of parents? This is kind of complicated. Well, I can do something really based, but no, that's stupid. Well, since it's just a transformation, I can't just do this, right? GLM mat4, and this can be the parent, because the mat4 will have all of the things, right? It will have the, and mat4 is basically just a transform. So that's what I'm probably just going to do. Why are you complaining? It's initialized. Can I just set to null pointer? No, I can't because it's not a pointer. GLM mat4. Can I just do this? Yeah. I can also just do a pointer. I have a pointer to the parents, then I can just set it a null pointer by default. Yeah. I would say this is better. So I have a pointer to the parent. And now I just need to test this. So how do I set the parent? Let's make a test, right? So what am I going to do? Okay. So inside of scene, can I just make it like a quick test of on runtime stop? I can also just hard code them inside layer here. So unseen load or serialize scene. Okay, so here I open a scene, I deserialize. Then I just want to create a few entities. So active scene dot create entity, and this is going to be parent entity, right? And then I'm going to have the child entity. But what I'm going to do now is how do I even get this now? So yeah, create entity returns an entity. So let me just entity parent, and then I will have this as a child. Yeah, good night, Needle. Then the child dot get component transform component dot parent will be equals to the parent dot get component transform component dot get transform. So I can almost do that, but the problem is that this is a pointer, so I need to have an address operator, right? Yeah. So testing parent relations. So let me try to do this now. Oh, I just remember we can't represent this because yeah, we have a parent, but we're still not moving the child relative to the parent. Whew. Okay. So back to scene. So in just editor view, I guess. Okay, so this is here we draw, right? So we need to get the transform. So if transform dot parent is okay, so what I will do is I'll make a GLM at 4, which is going to be the transform, and this will be equals to, well, result transform. This is going to be equal that transform the parent is equals to null pointer. If it's equals to null pointer, we're just going to use transform the get transform. But if not, we're going to say transform the get transform plus actually we need to take the parent first. So transform dot parent dot oh yeah, this is a pointer, so dereference oh, we just plus because this is already a mat 4. I'm stupid. So dereference this, and it should be all good to go. And now we're gonna do that. Semicolon. Cool. And I am going to copy paste this. I'm gonna do this. So this should technically work. So let's just do this in editor view. Load in scene. Okay. Now let's try and change the position of the parent. Oh, let's give you a sprite, render revo, same view. So that doesn't work. Maybe because I'm not translating correctly. It's not just plus. Maybe it's GLM translate. No, transpose. This is kind of long. This is messy, but it's fine. It works, I'm pretty sure. So this didn't work at all. Yeah, I'm probably doing something wrong. Let's just stop this for now. Maybe I'll figure it out another day. I need to chill with this. But it's apparently it should just be a matrix, if I'm correct. So, well, I'm gonna try it another time. Let me just test if this works now. And then I'm gonna probably head to bed. Oh, there's an error somewhere. I don't see one. Oh, there isn't anyone. And it's all good. And yep. My beautiful physics. Then yeah. That's probably it for me today. It's been fun coding. So, yeah, maybe I'll stream something tomorrow. But yeah, I want to go to bed now, and then tomorrow I need to finish my assignment for exams. Yeah. So yeah, I will end the stream now. See you guys.